Xort Rider, Transformers reviews and toy related chat. Xort Rider, Xort Rider.
Hello everyone, it's Xort Rider here, and I'm here with another Transformers review. So last Sunday I did a video, I think it was my 300 subscribers video, and I asked in there's a couple of toys I've had recently, would you like me to review any of them? And I think I ended up with 3 votes for Generation 1 Razorclaw. Now I picked up this guy on my birthday this year, from a small shop in Wolverhampton, small toy shop. It cost me £30, I think it was. Come with his gun, but without any of the combiner accessories or the swords or anything like that. But actually, when people said, oh, let's do a review of this guy, I thought, actually, there's an opportunity to do a dual review here. So I thought what I would do is get my 30th anniversary Razorclaw as well, and let's do a little bit of a comparison review. So in his lion mode, it oozes post-movie Transformer goodness, it really does. It's pretty blocky, articulation is limited, but it really does look like Razorclaw. There's a great animal head sculpt there. You've got some stickers around here which are starting to peel off because of the age. You've got red plastic here for the feet. You've got a little orange tail here. You've got this gun. Now this is quite interesting. I didn't know this. But Predator King's gun, arm cannon, is basically that. And I've seen a lot of people just keep it as that. I never realised that these open up and form like a dual barrel weapon, which is pretty cool, and it fits on Razorclaw's back. I know it's not cartoon accurate, but it looks pretty good. You have got a little bit of articulation in the jaw, which is quite good. Legs can basically move that far, and the feet backwards and forwards there. You got a little bit more movement on the back legs, but not too much. I mean, why you would want to move them. A bit of waist articulation. His head, of course, can move side to side. So articulation-wise, it's not the best, really. But it is Generation 1. One thing you will notice is Razorclaw's robot mode head just chilling underneath there. Would have been nice if it went back into the body, but I mean, this is 30-odd-year-old engineering. What do you expect? So what you will notice about this Razorclaw is it's in the traditional yellow and orange colours that we saw him in the show. However, when you come to the 30th anniversary figure, which has exactly the same amount as articulation, you will notice the main difference is the gold colour. So the yellow has been replaced by gold. Now, I remember when I got this, I picked up the 30th anniversary set on just after my 30th birthday, I think it was. It was the real big item that brought me back into Transformers collecting. I spent about £100 on it, and I saw this, really wanted the Predacons, never even seen the Predacons before in the flesh, so I bought them, and I didn't realise till I got home that they were actually gold, and not like the yellow ones, and this is why I've been kind of collecting these guys. I'm only missing Dive Bomb, because I think it will look nice. Yes, this will be my Predator King, but these will be the Predacons sitting in front of it, and I think it'll look pretty cool. So other than that, articulation-wise is exactly the same. You can see obviously some of the stickers are missing on this one because I haven't put them on, to be honest with you. They're still in the box, and the ones that are pre-applied are in a lot better condition than on this guy. Which one do I prefer in this mode? I still like this one, to be honest with you, because it's more cartoon accurate. So one thing I will say is these guys feel exactly the same in weight. There's a lot of die-cast parts in these. But one thing I have noticed is the legs on the original Razorclaw seem to be a little bit thicker plastic than on the reissue. So that's always worthwhile taking note. So shall we get into some size comparisons? So here is Razorclaw next to a current Power of the Primes Deluxe. So as you can see, pretty big. Here he is next to a G1 Classics car. So as you can see, that doesn't scale at all. And Here he is next to a Voyager figure. So Voyager Springer. Now why have I brought old Springer out? Because I absolutely love that season 3 episode where Springer rides Razorclaw into battle. Absolutely brilliant episode. So here is Razorclaw in his robot mode, and as Generation 1 figures go, it looks pretty cool. It has some seriously hampered articulation and suffers with some terrible proportions, but I think that's why I love this guy. He just oozes exactly what the first generation was all about for me. So head doesn't move except for maybe a little bit back like that. Arms are on the same joint, which is very random. That's about as much articulation as you can get. Knees can do a bend, but that's just due to transformation. A little bit of a waist swivel. No articulation in the hands. Feet can go up and down a little bit, but that's essentially it. You can take Razorclaw's cannon, as I've done, and plugged it into his arm for that kind of look going on, which looks pretty cool. Head sculpt is basically your typical G1 type head sculpt. It's got so much charm, loads and loads of charm. Let's have a look at the 30th anniversary in robot mode, and you can see it's virtually identical. The head sculpt is the same sculpt, but I think because of the colour choice on there, it actually brings out more of the detail. So I actually prefer the head sculpt, the head on this one to this one. Because you can see more detail on it. It seems to be a lot more refined. But as you can see, they're exactly the same. Now, I'm not going to show you articulation in this one because his articulation is incredibly tight. And I've got a little confession to make. This is the first time I've taken Predaking apart. I took him out of the box and I've never transformed him. This is the first time I've actually had this Razorclaw in my hand, so that's quite cool as well. But there you go. Comparison wise, I'll see what I've got about in robot mode. So again, got Mr. Springer here. So a little bit bigger than a Voyager. There you go, Deluxe Dreadwing there. So you can see they're kind of a Voyager kind of scale. I absolutely love this figure. And if you're wondering what they look like combined, this is of course the 30th anniversary Predaking. You can see how Razorclaw sits in the middle there, and is the main. Well, it's interesting because normally with combiners what we had before was there was one big bot that connected to smaller bots, but with Predaking they're all pretty much the same size, and even a bit of parts forming with dive bomb. But we've lost a foot. But yeah, that's how Razorclaw looks in his combined mode. And just in case you're interested, here is how the Generation 1 Razorclaw looks combined with the other 30th anniversary figures. Now, I do want to try and get the rest of my original Predacons. I'm only missing a dive bomb, as I say, but I'm missing a few parts. Hands, I've only got 1 foot. Missing their head and all that kind of stuff. So I will keep an eye out for bits like that at TFN. The foot's fallen off again. But anyway, I hope you've enjoyed this review of Generation 1 Razorclaw. Let me know in the comments which one you prefer. Do you prefer the 30th anniversary one? Do you prefer the original colouring? Or actually are you just hanging on and waiting for the Power of the Primes version? I've been Xort Rider. I hope you've enjoyed this video and I'll catch you again soon.